Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Straight Talk. In this one, we are here at our Istanbul office with Ece Selin Temel. Ece, welcome to the
Thank
show.
you so much, Aladdin.
Ece is from LP Legal. They are one of our associate law companies here in Property Turkey. Ece, news that just broke last night. This is actually going to be like a follow-up episode of what we have done a few weeks ago. The Turkish government is raising the threshold for the CBI program from $250,000 to $400,000. Now, we knew about it, and we have even filmed an episode, but we just didn't know when the law would be effective. And today, we hear the news that it's going to be effective after June 13th. However, we still have a lot of questions, and we wanted to talk to an experienced attorney like you, whose job is to follow up and process CBI applications. So where are we right now with the CBI program?
With the current legislation, we can say that we have 1 month to purchase the properties and put annotation for citizenship, saying that the investor will not sell his or her property within 3 years. But we are also expecting an explanatory legislation. What will be the exact date they're taking into consideration, deciding which legislation this investment will fall into? We have discussed with the General Directorate of Land Registry today. They said that the legislation is being prepared and they're going to publish it within 2 weeks.
Right.
And unfortunately, this is a bit delay because we already have 1 month.
Yes.
So we should interpret what we have right now. With the current legislation, to be on the safe side, I would advise that to be act fast as much as possible, and not just the title deed transfers that we should aim. We should also aim at putting the annotations for citizenship.
Okay, just for the audience who are not really familiar with the real estate terminology here, what is an annotation and how can one get their properties annotated, and what's the required time frame? How long does it take?
The annotation is a legal action about the property, saying that it's a statement of the owner about that the promise they're not selling the property for 3 years. This is a public record, and this application is also made from the online system of title deed registry. If they are buying just one property, title deed transfer application and citizenship annotation application could be made simultaneously.
Okay.
This is actually fastens the process. However, if the investor is buying multiple properties, first the purchases needs to be completed, then the annotation application needs to be made.
So in order for the property to get annotated, first a title deed needs to be obtained.
Exactly.
And how long does it take to obtain a title deed on a property that's already that's ready, that's built up? How long does it take from the moment I make the payment and the moment I get my title deeds under normal circumstances?
Let's break it down. First thing is the property decision. Next thing is the payment. And after the payment, we also have an extra step for the latest months. It's about central bank conversion document. This needs to be obtained before applying to title deed application. In the title deed application, both developer or seller provides some documents, and also buyer provides some documents. As legal representatives, we provide these documents on behalf of the investors, such as the information form, power of attorneys, passport translations. Also, developer or seller, they provide the minimum value of the property, some earthquake insurance. All documents needs to be ready, and it needs to be submitted to title deed office without any lacking documents. And after that, title deed office reviews this application. If there's nothing missing, they appoint a date to call 2 parties, come and sign the title deed transfer deed. So in this application, if it's just one property and the property is over 250,000 USD, and this application could be made with the citizenship annotation.
And how long does that take?
Providing the documents is easy. It can be submitted in 1 day. The application is also very easy. It could take half an hour. But after that, as you know, the title deed offices in Istanbul is extremely busy right now,
Especially
because
these days,
of
yes.
the high demand. That's why it takes nearly 2 weeks for title deed office to give an appointment.
Okay, so to oversimplify things, let's say that I transfer my funds today into the seller's account. I have already been looking for a property. I decided what I'm going to buy, and I made the transfer today. Will I be able to get my property annotated before June 13th? This is the golden question, I think.
Approximately, yes. I would say that if the payment is done correctly, in compliance with the citizenship rules, which is either the buyer directly pays it from their own Turkish bank account or overseas bank account, and the central bank conversion document is correct, and also annotation application is made same time with the title deed transfer application, approximately it would take 2 weeks, so sorry.
Yes. Okay. All right. You said 2 months. I was gonna fall down. Anyway, well, thank you very much for this information, Ece. From what I understand, let me try to summarize. What I understand to the audience is that we currently have 1 month until this becomes a thing, the 400,000 US dollars. So in my opinion, and based on what you're saying, and you are the authority in this issue, this week, which is the next week, seems like a safer bet than the upcoming weeks. The more we delay, the more we're going to put the situation into, we're going to endanger the situation. And the last 1 to 2 weeks, I think you're saying, is the definite danger zone. It's a hit and miss, right?
It will be definitely a stretch, because even with the regular terms, it takes 2 weeks. So if an investor decides to buy a property 3 weeks from now, it will be almost impossible to complete the title deed transfer and annotation. So I will add, within 2 weeks, we expect an explanatory legislation about this rule, because there are notarized sales contracts, which is a way to apply citizenship. There is no detail about that. We don't know if the notarization date will be taken into consideration, or the annotation of this contract, or annotation of citizenship. So definitely some of the details will be unraveled within the next weeks.
Well, thank you, Ece. I mean, we will be sharing with you all the information as they come. As we get to news, we'll share it with you. So you should be following us from every single avenue you can, really. From Instagram, if there's something urgent, quick happening, we share it there. And also with this WhatsApp number, if you get in touch with us, we can appoint a investment consultant for you, and you can ask your questions and get almost on a day-to-day updates about the citizenship by investment situation. And you can certainly get in touch with Ece and her team. So thank you very much for watching. Ece, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
See you in the next one.